Yo, crypto nation and mining family, what is going on? What is up? What is up? It is an FA Saturday with your favorite boys. Got our man Mikkel over there on baby duty, and of course myself, Nemesis. Yo, what's going on, everybody? We got Crypto Nico sliding in here with the yo and the FA. What's going on, Bedell? What up, Crypto Craig? What's going on, home dog? What up? What up? How is everybody doing this weekend? Hopefully, everybody is crushing it and grinding it. Yo. We'll just start it off while my man Mikkel's on baby duty over there. We'll do some updates in the mine. During the week, we had a power scare. We thought we popped a transformer. We apparently popped one of the legs of a three-phase fuse system. Awesome, right? Yeah, I know. So, building power was acting kind of wonky. We got that resolved. We got all the rigs back up and hashing. They were down for just like a couple hours for the power company coming out, checking stuff on their end, because we didn't even know. I've actually never popped a three-phase fuse while it was just under load running before, so that was kind of a new one to me. Not saying that can't happen. Of course it can, because it did. But without ever really understanding what we were looking at, it was very unique, to say the least, to pop a fuse while everything had been running. I mean, I'd left for like a week, everything was good, and then blammo, whole building. I know the fuse was effed, completely effed, man. That is an understatement. I mean, it like exploded. It was interesting. It was interesting and why it did that. But it was enough to kind of make the power in the building kind of act a little goofy. So if it ever happens again, at least we now know, hey, let's go check that fuse first and go from there. Which at least we have a starting point the next time if this ever happens again. Hopefully it doesn't. Landlord did buy a few extra fuses. So if this ever happens again, we can just go ahead and replace it real quick. It'll be a whole lot easier. You just throw the breaker, pull the fuse, pop a new one in, pull the breaker. Done, right? I mean, it takes just a few seconds. Sometimes you got to be careful if it's still hot, because if it just popped, woo! So we got all of that going. All the rigs back up and hashing. We had a few. I had a few rigs that fought me for a little bit getting back up. Our foreman software for the ASICs fought us a little bit to get everything reinitialized back up onto their software. Got that together. Okay, whatever, and then today we were fighting the cameras, the storm that had that power that made everything flicker, really kind of made the cameras. The cameras seem to have taken the worst hit of it all, and that's I guess because it's a little bit more sensitive equipment, but whatever.
Oh well, man, I'm back.
Ew.
I've had all the camera systems, right? So like, I don't know. It's possible that it was like obviously it was like the flickering of the power took out the camera, right? So they had one camera go down, and then one like line like that runs to the cameras, or whatever, like from the DVR to the camera. But I've actually had one of those lines go bad before, and it wasn't. Ironically, it was to the same spot in the same camera. Like, ironically, but yeah, I've had it happen twice
Maybe this
on that
100-year-old
same
building
spot.
has like a ghost in there, and it doesn't want us to watch it work at night.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard some loud bangs before, and there's no one there, so
Right?
who knows?
Right? You never know if somebody's like trying to do their job over there, and they don't realize they're dead, And that's when you work
Right.
yourself to death, Literally.
Literally. Snaps. Breaking news. Twitter begins rolling out the $7.99 Blue subscription and verification. If you update right now, you can pay $7.99 to get verified.
Man, that's got to make all because like normal news, normal influencers are gonna be like meh.
What a jab too,
But
in the
but
thing.
it's gonna be. But what's really gonna be the big hit is gonna be all the news media people, because they use that as like a status thing for news media. It's kind of fucking hilarious. I think with us content creators, we're gonna be like, whatever. Are you gonna let us make money with this?
Yeah, if they'll get monetized with Twitter.
Right. It's like if I can get monetized, then that $8, I can sit there and through engagement, and my Twitter Blue is paid for, and I never have to pay for it. All right, I'm down. Seriously.
Yeah, I love how they put it here. It says get Twitter Blue for $7.99 a month. If you sign up now, blue checks. You sign the blue check mark. Yeah, is power to the people. Your account will get a blue check mark, just like the celebrities and the companies and politicians you already follow.
Well, they're finally rolling. They're finally rolling out a option that was supposed to be given to the people already. So I mean, they're just taking away that clout status, that clout status to the mainstream media. That's who ultimately is going to really care. Is like your bigger influencers. All that check mark is for is so people know that you are the real you.
Measure a copper pipe. Heck, man. No. Sounds terrible. Not financial advice. I bet it would work though. Absolutely not though.
Just bypass it. Hey man, you don't.
Just let her rip.
Maybe you don't remember the days of this happening. So when I was a kid, you'd be driving down the road and you'd be in these 70s style vehicles. You'll turn the headlights on, and you'll hear a little pop, and the lights don't turn on. So you pull over, and the fuse for the lights popped. So you take a gum wrapper and wrap it around the fuse, and then slide that bad boy back in there and turn the headlights on and go home.
It would work. The meter is the fuse then.
I mean, yeah. We would slide pennies into the fucking contacts. I mean, any which way that would, like, in a car. I mean, you're only talking 12 volts. So, I mean, it's less likely to start a fire. I mean, but the principle works. As long as the gauge of copper you're using far out exceeds the amperage going through it, I mean, it's viable. You just got no safety anymore. It's like all the power now. Mythbusters showed that you can use a bullet in a car.
Yep. It'll fire it off too.
No, you know what? They had to do a whole bunch of shit to make it do that. They were like, They put the
like
bullet.
rub.
They
Like
had to
shave
induce
down,
a short.
Yeah.
So they put it into using a 22 as a fuse for a headlight. Turned the headlight on and it was fine. Nothing happened.
Nah, man, people died. He said so. Hey,
Yo, what up, Ralph? So, but yeah, I mean, since the whole power outage at the facility, I think we've got everything squared away, up and running now. Like I said, the landlord's got some new fuses, so if this ever happens again, we'll be able to check that shit right away.
Word.
So that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. But talking about some other awesomeness too, guys. That RX 7900 XT and the XTX. Ooh,
Dig it.
ooh, I would dig it. I can mine on that. I think I'd hash on it.
I don't know they'd be like efficient, like, or maybe I don't know.
I think they'd be efficient.
I was watching said it. I was gonna cover it this morning on my show, and I forgot to cover it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But there was. This was like a posting, right? This was on a YouTube video that I posted in the Discord, the DCA Dig Deep into Mining section.
Right.
And this is what they're predicting the 7900 XTX to do, because the 3084 bus, 12 the cores, man, it's just ridiculous, man. 12,288 cores, 24 gigabytes of RAM, the bandwidth 960. The float is at 61.44 GDDR6 memory, as well as 96 on the L2 cache. TDP is 350 watts. So they're saying for ETC, they're looking around 110 to 125 mega hashes. Now they don't specify like any
wattage.
Kind of like, I mean, you know, TDP is 350, so like, you
that's
know,
just
you're not
max
go
wattage.
more than that, yeah, right. So you're not gonna go more than that, but
we're
I'd
gonna
imagine around
we're
half. You would be a good estimate.
I would sit there and say, now this is just me, okay. I'm going to sit there and say that because of AMD's efficiency between its memory relationship and being able to just turn off power onto the core and still be able to run everything, I would sit there and say that if it's going to be mining out on that ETC, I would say 245-ish watt, 245 watts. Where the 4090 will be at about 340-ish to 350.
Right on. Yeah, so that's kind of what they're in there. The TDP is like, you know, it's just maximum power. So it'll be no more than that, but we're definitely will be less than that for at least.
And I will say that it'll probably it would push you towards the higher end on there, and two, I don't think it would be under 120 mega hash.
I don't know, maybe, you know, a 3090 does 120, so I don't see why the newer generation 7000 series
right
couldn't touch 120.
Right.
I think it's definitely doable.
Right, considering that they've made such a leap in performance from the older generation. They're more than double the cores from the last generation.
Cores, and the fact that the memory is like right there on the die.
Oh yeah,
like, right there.
No, that's not the die. That's not memory at the die.
Or
That because that people thought that that would be like the HBM2 setup on there.
yeah, that's
Those
what I
are
was
the
thinking, but it
those
wouldn't
are
be. It's
no
not
though
HBM.
those are memory controller caches. So it's like a virtual little memory right there, that it's basically offloading into two different areas.
Hmm.
But but it's more of like a memory controller and throughput with small amount of quick access data storage. But it's not HBM2.
Yeah, I know it wasn't HBM, and obviously it's
And
DDR6.
and whenever you're looking at like the smaller ones, like if you look at the 7700 XT, they're gonna have dummy chiplets in there.
Oh, for sure.
No, they've already stated it that it's so that they can keep die coverage and pressure map proper. But yeah, I mean, like what you're saying.
Anyway,
Like with
Ergo 270, Flux around 100 souls, and then Raven Noxia around 50 to 55 on there. So it's pretty interesting to see like what we could do.
I say that everything that
These are estimates.
let's say that those estimates are true, right? Let's just go. I think that it will be done at half to under half the wattage of the 4090 in all circumstances.
Yeah, I'm thinking around like 50 to 75% TDP.
Right.
So it'll be its sweet spot. It won't be like those. I don't know. It could be a really low power card. I mean, my 6700 XT gets pretty low in watts and does pretty well for hash rate. Like
my 6800 XT is the same way. It digs down deep into the fucking from the wattage standpoint. It's like, yeah, I'm getting 60 mega hash.
I don't know.
I get 60 mega hash on that bad boy, and I'm doing it for like 110 watts.
Yeah, I do. What is it? 47 for sub 100 watts. I'm like right below 100 watts. I mean, it's like stupid efficient for a card. So I'd imagine we would sit around half to 75%. Like
right.
My personal opinion. You're gonna see what baby's freaking out about.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
mean, nice. Yeah, they should, since they're it's not X-Men. Temps will have super high like them temps.
Right. And it's like, and don't think that you need to run out and grab the like your newer board sets if you're going to be using this as a gaming. You can still sit there and utilize your Gen 3 or Gen 4 PCIe. If you're mining, this means absolutely nothing to you because you're going to be PCIe by 1. Gens don't mean shit to you because we're just looking for the raw data throughput on these things. And from that standpoint, I really think that these cards are, for price-wise, coming in at and being able to overclock at the same consistent level of the 40 series, I think. I believe that AMD has just basically created a value proposition with a card that has nominal fucking performance. I mean, not nominal. Measurable within a reason of error with each other. Like you slot in a 4090 and you slot in a 7900 XT and you start gaming on it, you're not going to tell the difference. AMD has finally fucking figured it out what the issue was, seem to have finally gotten their act together. And if this is going to be the direction that AMD takes moving forward, my NVIDIA might be going back into the mining facility. And it'll be underwater block in the mining facility, and I'll grab one of these bad boys for myself. And I'll have me a pure AMD rig. And I'll treat the NVIDIAs like a redheaded stepchild.
Not to mention, don't forget the dig, man. Don't have to upgrade your case. You don't have to upgrade your power supply. You don't have to have a funky 16-pin connector
that melts on you randomly.
Man, I laughed whenever I heard him.
I know.
He started naming the things. I was like, yeah, he just said that.
Yep.
You don't gotta buy a new case, and you don't gotta get a new power supply. Preach to the choir, brother. Though that the Asus, you see the Asus Tough, takes 3 8-pins.
Yep. And I'm a-okay with that. And the other thing that I like,
350 watts and takes 3 8-pins. I was like, I mean, spread the wattage out between the plugs is like ideal, right? For for that, but I was like,
because they want to make sure,
but okay,
it's for
could have done 2, but it's fine.
The ROG Strix edition is going to be the enthusiast line.
That's the Tough, the Asus Tough.
Oh, nice.
3 8-pins.
I really hope that Asus
the reference card's only 2.
I really hope that Asus takes the reins and becomes the EVGA of overclocking, because they were so overclocking friendly. Asus needs to take the reins, because I love Asus and they make a decent fucking card.
But always throws mud.
But I do like the temperature sensor on there.
Yeah,
the ambient
the
temperature sensor. Oh,
it's like right behind the third fan.
Yep. I really like that. More data for the card to understand. Hey, look, the case temp is a little warmer. We need to ramp the fans up just a little bit higher to get the optimum performance off of this.
Yep.
I'm down on that. I dig that.
I dig the sensor. Pigman says AMD always throws mud because they should act more professional, but he isn't wrong. No, he's not wrong. I don't think it should have been said like in the comments like that. You know what I mean?
No. You see, they're resonating.
I was like,
they're resonating. What that was is they were resonating with their AMD fan base, going, "Hey, look,
he's like,
we're not doing these things, and we're going to give you a good performing card." Great new software. The Adrenaline software is fucking phenomenal, dude. Oh my god, I want that Adrenaline software.
The wife needs a new PC, right? And I've been like kind of deciding what I'm gonna do for like a card for it. And I'm like, man, I got my 6700 XT, and I might just use it in there because of that software. Like, just like it'll be a good card, like just because. Software. That's literally been their main lacking issue is software. Now, fingers crossed that they allow us to use the software in Linux.
It's Adrenaline.
It's a dream.
It's the Adrenaline software.
You can't use Adrenaline in Linux.
That's what I'm like, it's the Adrenaline software, man.
So I'm like, please just like
go
finish going the extra mile, man. Like, you're right there, man. Just go the extra mile. Just look. And allow us to use it in Linux without having to like run like wine or something like that. That's stupid. I hate running wine. I refuse to run things in wine. Worst thing I want.
No problem, Otto. It's all good, bro.
What's up, Otto? How's Aeon Coin Protocol doing today? Doing good.
Still there.
It's hashing away. You should have said the guy that made buggy drivers works for Intel now. We have an impressive GPU suite of driver programs now.
That would have been a massive burn. Oh my god.
But it would have been said so nicely instead of like just just taking three.
Dude, that would have been a swift kick in the nuts to somebody that you're not even competing with.
Kicking someone's feet up and anything while they're running.
Right.
Wow.
Like, I'm trying to catch up, guys. Hold on. Slow down, guys. And you just come up to your clap, clap, and you just watch him eat it. You're like, aha.
Absolutely funny.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of the topic of today's video, WhatToMine? Like, really, like, WhatToMine? Like, really? Like, what do we do?
Oh, good God, man. I really don't even.
You gotta admit, AMD drivers were horrendous. Yeah, they still are like ish. They're better, way better than like Polaris cards, man. It was rough days back then. AMD drivers, always messy drivers.
Right.
Just like Ford found on roadside dead. AMD, always messy drivers.
Right.
Before Ryzen, yeah. Ryzen really put that extra edge in there.
Yeah, Lisa Sue's, I'll give Lisa Sue credit. She's been slowly turning the company around. I'll give her that. She's making
Doing good.
A good product now that people really want. Taking back market share that the company lost over a long period of time. So yeah. But as far as what the fucking, even if you were to get one of their nice, juicy, efficient cards, what the fuck do you mine with it? I mean, really, what? I mean, if you're mining at home and you've got the average 12 cents a kilowatt hour, bro, you're still not profitable.
One is barely profitable at 5 cents.
Right.
Depending on the card.
Yep.
I know for like my 3060s and A2000s, I was doing some numbers today and like I've been mining Flux, mainly, and like I may leave it there, but it may be time to like start exploring other options because it's.
Oh yeah.
I love Flux. That's the reason why I haven't changed, right? Is because like I know the projects aren't going anywhere. Like I know it's good, like, and there's always stuff going on that like better helps the community and like the ecosystem. So it's like I'm not really too worried about it. That's the bear market thing. Is pick a coin that is gonna perform well in the next cycle. Which not financial advice. Not saying they will, but out of most mineable coin projects out there right now, there's not many that are like doing a lot of things, and Flux does a lot of things all the time. So as a project, not saying other coins don't do stuff. Like Neoxia does a lot of crap. Like obviously the Grand Theft Auto 5 thing, GTA 5, like that's crazy. Shoot, with my rig, Neoxia is like the most profitable coin right now. Before electric, that's $1.66 versus $1.14.
It kind of tosses between Caspa and Nexua.
But I did put, kind of looked at it a little bit this morning on Livestream. The bonus on Flux currently is 60%, according to WhatToMine. There are 7 coins total, and it's 10% per coin. So technically WhatToMine is wrong by 10%. Their bonus is at 60. It should be at 70, but depending on your pool, depends on what your actual rewards are. So, was a minor pool, it's 8%. You lose 2% per parallel asset for like the conversion fees, basically the fusion fee is what you're paying. So you go from 70% to 56%. So like that's a big chunk, like from 70 to 56. So you have to like make sure you pay attention to those things. Fluxpools.net has so far been the most like profitable of the pools because they don't charge a pool fee. Their pool fee is 0%, and their conversion fee is less than minor pool. So yeah, I think the difference for me, or the difference of like, it was like 300 mega hashes this morning that we were looking at. It was like the basis, and it was, I think it was like 0.4 to 0.5 flux different a day. So almost half a flux difference between the two different pools, according to the calculators. So I mean, that's half a flux that you're missing per day because of higher fees.
Right.
So, but yeah, so also just kind of going into like the fact that WhatToMine calculator is not always correct. Like, make sure you look at the settings because technically there's 7 assets right now. There was just a snapshot on the 31st for 2 more assets. So technically you want to get real. We're at 90% because these other 2 assets will be paid out when those get dropped. So technically you're mining at 90% bonus on flux. So that kind of like puts it back up to the top, like, just because, you know, calculators don't account for everything.
Nope, not at all.
I think that rig that I have right now, same rig, goes from like $1.14 a day or mining 1.56 flux per day with a bonus of 0.58. So technically you're getting about 2 flux per day. You change that to 90% and you're making $1.40 a day and almost you're yielding well over 3 flux per day. So kind of take that pick. That's the gamble though right there, right? Is that you don't get those, you're not getting those assets right now. You're getting those assets weeks, a month, 2 months from now.
Right.
So price could be less then. So technically you could make less sats or dollars. Not financial loss. Neoxy sounds like an acne treatment. Or you get flux and erase ergo. Tired of hearing about more useless assets. Aw. You saying you don't like flux? Is that what you're saying? Ergo, I'm not like the biggest fan of.
See, the way that I'm looking at it, it's like a lot of it is just a bunch of white noise, the Bitcoin. But if it earns me more Satoshis, I'm all about that. So more Bitcoin. Trying to hold on to these assets, no. Oh hell no.
Yep.
I don't.
Option. It's been up there on the chart. Because you could guess. Meow coins up there on the chart, and I still don't know why. There's only, we checked it out this morning, there's only like $3,000 of actual volume on the market. So like,
right.
How is it so profitable? That's what I don't get. Is if
got a lot of wash trading in there. You could play the arbitrage on it, you know.
It's like, man, hey, Flux needs you to create trail assets so they get rich off your fees.
Yeah.
Support the ecosystem. Facts. The fusion fees are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't know, nor do I care about them. Won't recommend anything. Facts. It's hard to like recommend anything. Zelcore fees are expensive as fuck. They can be. They can be. I usually edit my fee. I usually edit it to go as low as I can. I see through it. I mine Flux, but I have a racket. Yeah, I convert my Flux.
Yep.
Non-financial advice. Before I converted like all my mine coin at the end of the month, like I waited to the very last day of the month, waited, and I converted all of, or I waited 2 days before that. I converted everything that I was going to sell, which was more than just Flux, but it was other assets as well. I converted all of it into Flux, waited, got my asset, snapshotted, and then transferred it all out. Just got the extra 8%. It's free. Take the free 8% where you can. Yeah, the fees alone, yeah. Yeah, I won't use, unfortunately, I won't use the self-built wallet for Ethereum. It gets way too expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Even when you lower the fee, it's still way too low. The only fees from Zelcore itself is infusion. Yes, Tains, you are correct. Zelcore itself does not like take a fee. You are very correct. It is the way that they put in the gas fee. They genuinely put it at a medium to higher rate. So like their medium rate is high. Their high rate is like way overpaid. Their low rate is still kind of high. You need to like edit it, kind of play with it. It'll tell you when it's too low. That's the advice I got for that. I just lower my fees. That's the beauty of it. What's everyone else that they're mining though? I'm curious. What's your poison? I mean, Bitcoin's over 21K right now.
Oh, gosh.
I faded that.
Oh, that's so nice. It means I can my bill paying goes further.
100% James. I agree, man. Most people complain about the Zelcore fees for converting one asset to another, but they fail to realize that it's the third-party app that they're using. Yeah, I do not use the exchange that's inside the wallet. That is HardPass.
Oh yeah, that gets real expensive.
It's just because
really
of it's the actual platform that they use. Their swap service.
Right.
Is expensive. And it's not Zelcore's swap service. Facts. I use swap space for everything.
Hells yeah. Hells yeah.
It states Zocor does not charge any fees whatsoever. As a wallet, does not charge a thing. There are other services inside the wallet that charge, depending on the service. But the wallet itself does not charge a fee. I love Zocor wallet though. Some things I don't use it for. But it is my go-to for a lot of stuff. A lot of business stuff I use it for. Because it is ideal for using like a business. Ideal. You get multiple different wallets that you get to label. Especially for like family mine. You know, you have like designated mining wallet for the family mine, designated like payout wallet for people that are hosting, things like that. You know, donation wallet, auto wallets. All in the same wallet. Like, it's great. It is fantastic. Need more IP so I can like when the hole's a hole. Sometimes. Sometimes it's not. C1100 FPGA on Casper is awesome. 4.8 gigahash, 110 watts. Man, I bet it's crushing it right now. This Casper's like doing really well. I'm still bitter over my C1100. I had my order canceled on me.
Womp womp.
It's a gift. It's a gift, not a tip. That's right. Right, fine, Brandon. Cancel my order on me after I waited a week. I was on the next route and they canceled.
That's shitty.
Yep.
Excuse me.
I was told just to place another order and they would go through again. Damn principle. Really? If you guys have any questions, like from the chat below, I'll have to be running out. We're rolling out of here like on time tonight because baby is like not happy.
Not happy.
He's chilling with my other kids, but
For now.
not happy about their presence. .3 gigahashes.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad, man. It's
really not.
like that's more you're gonna get on a dang GPU for 110 watts.
Oh yeah.
$2.30 a day before electric. Not counting electric people. But 110 watts, you're only spending like, I don't know, like 25 cents or something. At 10 cents.
It's like 25 cents a day.
I tried to buy $250 of XRP years ago and the bank blocked it. Yeah. I had a bank block a Bitcoin buy once before too. Bastards.
Yeah, I had my bank block one on me, and then I looked at my account. I was like, oh, I bought the dip too many times. My dip card was full. There's nothing in the bank. I was like, damn it. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Dip card's full. You can't buy anymore right now.
Right? Like, oh. You need to let your...
funny.
You need to get a new Bitcoin card, man. Like, oh, man. I gotta wait for a week.
You allegedly do. Allegedly. And you allegedly lost it all in a voting accident.
Right? With all your pew-pews. Facts.
The boat was okay though. In case
Thank
anyone
God.
was curious.
Thank God. Never let a fluffy pony drive it, though.
Yeah, man. Ponies don't drive boats.
No.
The hooves just don't cut it. Nice. I'm going broke or rich. Either way, I'm riding it out.
Right?
Oh, the truth, man. The truth.
I have looked at the Apollo BTC miners.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I like it. The fact that you can run a node on it is cool.
Yeah.
Running a node and a miner in the same device is a interesting and great concept.
It's a desktop conversation piece. You're not gonna get rich off of it.
200 watts. I don't think it's worth it for 200 watts. So.
No, but it's something that somebody can put on their desk. They can put it on their desk and they can go, "Hey, look, I mine and I run a full node. What you doing?" So, I mean, that one guy who gets an Apollo miner and it's got the Bitcoin full node on there, they're 10 steps ahead of 90% of the of people in crypto.
Yep.
So, from that aspect, I love the idea. Get a node in everybody's house. Get everybody to participate, no matter how little hash rate it is. You know, so for the conversational piece, from somebody who says, "Hey, I don't have a lot, but I can do that."
If I win the lotto tonight, I get one.
But
if you win the lotto tonight, Tech Man, do it. If you win the lotto tonight, no, you buy a Bitcoin ASIC and then you send it to the family.
Right. Just saying.
That'd be a solid investment.
Hell yeah.
Not financial.
No, never. We don't know any of that official, unofficial, financial, non-financial advice.
Like Flying Brian, man. He snagged an FPGA too. C300 from Osprey. Jealous, man. They're just it's basically an ASIC shell. It's like an S9 shell with DCU chips. It's full of DCU chips. Each board has 3, if I'm not mistaken. 3 chips on it. I think you can use a total of 6 chips, if I'm not mistaken. Only has 2 boards. Has a capability of 3 boards.
Nice.
They're legit, man. They are legit.
Dunk those,
Really?
huh?
I mean, good.
Boost the frequency and dunk them. I really do want to get it. We need a dunk or a test dunk room, dude. I'm just saying.
I'm in the front. I'm thinking the front room is like that front area is like the dunk room.
and then the front office area, or yeah, the front office area, that could be our my extreme my hash drag area where we've got the nitrogen and everything.
Yeah, you put that over there by like the what the flux banner is right now.
Could and set up a whole camera station over there so that we can get.
And
like,
you just do the camera there, and you just where the PC, where the streaming PC is now, you just leave it there, and you just stream from that PC.
Right. But they have to
Two
have
people,
a camera.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then the camera's sitting there right with right where I'm sitting there doing my LN2 overclocks and be like, get your heart out. Yeah. We don't look at power,
It
guys.
says I redo the family line if I win. Oh my gosh, Dickman. I'll love you forever. Oh, I'll love you forever.
Right.
I got a bunch of stuff I was doing today to like figure out the next plan of action of putting more plugs into the hosting side, basically.
Woo!
Yeah. That's right, man. I wish we had 50 amp PDUs. Like that's like I wish we had it. 'Cause it'd make life easy. 30 amp PDUs is ridiculous. It's great for at home, man. But then I'm like, I see all like these 50 amp, 100 amp PDUs, and I'm like, I get it, because you run out of spots way before you run out of power, like way before.
Oh yeah.
On a lot of these smaller ones. And if that, like, you're rated, like you're limited by like the plugs themselves because you got a whole grouping of them. So you only get so much per plug, and it's not ideal. It's not efficient. So it's just stupid. Still waiting back here on a quote from those ones from China. Hoping they'll be super nice and cut us a really good deal for promoting their business.
Right.
I would absolutely love it. They said they'd even
yeah.
do custom colors, and I said, man, make it Bitcoin orange, and then make all the plugs blue. You know, so it'd be like DCA colors. Sold. Me. Sold to the family line, but so yeah, I'm trying to get that figured out. Adding 50 amp breakers fit better than 60 amp breakers. 60 amp breakers take up two whole, like, they can take up 2, if not 4 whole slots, man, on some of those panels.
Yeah, it's not worth doing 60s.
A 50 amp breaker, you can set that into like a normal slot. And
Yep.
like, still have a dual pole and for 240 volt and everything, and be just fine. Yeah. That's my dilemmas, guys. There's my first world problem of the day.
And with that being said, we are at that 1 hour, almost at that 1 hour marker, guys. So if you guys got any comments or questions, now is the time to sit there and ask away before we head off and let Mikkel do his daddy duty. Yo.
He said duty.
Duty.
He said
So
duty.
duty. So many grumpies.
The grumpiest of grumpies.
He's super grumpy.
Grumpy.
Up. He already hears the grumpy going off. He's like, oh God, he's not happy. Not happy, gosh. So do you guys got any other comments or questions before we head up out of here, guys? If not, we're gonna go ahead and cut it right here. You guys are awesome and all that good stuff. Don't forget to smash that Lizzie like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the bell notification. All that good stuff, guys. Yo! Helps us out. Share us out on your favorite social media. Get some more of you awesome mofos up in here so we can share the knowledge that we have acquired over the past 5 years, which you guys, yo. But if you guys are looking for profits, this is the worst bear market we've ever seen, period. And like I was sitting there saying before, we were going to be at a minimum of 2 months before we were going to see what anybody would ever consider as profits. So basically, who's going to see profits first? Anybody who's mining industrial. Industrial miners are just now starting to see what resembles profits. They're going to start turning their rigs back on, guys. And not at once, because they want to sit there and keep the profits rolling, but it'll probably be sometime next year before the home miner truly starts making what you would consider is a profitable region, right? So you're going to be making the hard decision. Are you going to be sitting there continuing mining until, for now at a bit of a loss, or are you going to sit there and start mining once it's profitable for everybody? Because like if you're mining, and even if you were going to be mining with us, you'd be at a little bit of a loss, but not as bad as if you were at home with the home mining stuff. We're trying to very quickly as we can, get to the point where we can get some more outlets in. That's basically our holdback from getting the more VIP members in, right? Is that we ran out of a few plugs. I would have to turn my stuff off in order to bring other people in. And my stuff is what's helping keeping the doors open on this place. So, as soon as me and Mikkel can get to a point where we can add another 200 amp panel in there, that'll be able to get a bunch of people in. And then once we got a bunch of more people in, we'll sit there and add another 200 amp panel in there. So on and so forth. We'll just kind of slowly build out, guys. So everybody's patience is most appreciated, everybody. I will tell you that right now. Again, my next thing is like once I get into a point where I'm a little profitable and I can start putting some satoshis off to the side, I will get a 3-phase transformer and we will be able to bring in the rest of the power, guys. We're kind of right there at that point, and it's just slow to come about. I'm trying to basically spend my funds in the most efficient way possible. That's basically what my thoughts are with everything. And then as I sit there and make these moves in the right way, sets me into a good position. And if I'm in a good position, that means I can sit there and service you guys properly. Mikkel will be able to do his job properly. Life runs smoothly. I just don't want to have anybody worry about the finances are not in the right spot. So anytime you're starting up a business, I don't care what industry you're in, don't just frivolously spend money and just blow everything going in every which way. Take baby steps with it, and that's basically what I'm doing. Is I'm just taking baby steps. It's easier to do a couple of baby steps and still have a cushion behind me for in case something happens. That's the big thing that I want to make sure. I don't want to deplete that cushion without having enough revenue coming back in. So I appreciate everybody's patience with us trying to get everything built out. We're a new business, no investors. This is 5 years of me and Mikkel sitting here scrimping and scraping, and yeah. But if you win the lottery, We'll take some investors. So you guys, you awesome mofos, got any comments or questions? We are at that 1 hour point. So if you don't have any questions, we're gonna go ahead and end it here, guys. And thank you everybody for being here. If you are new here, think about joining the Discord. Link is down below. Love to have you there. It is free to join, guys. Just got to verify with our little verification bot, and you are good to go. All right. Since nobody's got any other comments or questions, thank you everybody for being here. We've only got a couple of months left until the end of the year. So we've only got a couple of months to sit there and crush it. Do so, guys. Build something good during this bear market, because that's what bear markets are all about. Time to build out properly. With that being said, guys, may your hash rates be high, your watts be low. Peace out, and of course, stay savage. Yo.